They're playing really well. But, Skip, they're really small. And the Denver Nuggets out-rebounded them 50-37.
I'm glad you noticed.
Of the 16 teams in the playoffs, the Nuggets was number 11th in rebounding. The Grizzlies are going, if the Grizzlies make it, they will pound it. We know they can rebound.
They led the league in regular season rebounding.
So now
led the league.
You put Steven Adams back in the game.
You would.
So he can rebound. Jaren Jackson can rebound. Brandon Clark rebounds.
By the way, Steven Adams averaged 10 a game. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, Skip, you got four guys.
You do.
And the second chance points, the question is the mistakes that the Grizzlies are getting away with Minnesota, Golden State will make you pay double with those.
Agreed.
And so for me, I think the Grizzlies are the team the Warriors would least like to see because of that size, because of that scrappiness. But if you make me pick, I'm going to say I would take the Warriors for the simple fact their core guys have been there and done that. Steve Kerr has been on the sidelines. Draymond, Steph, Clay, Looney. Skip, they've been there. You're talking about a whole different animal now. This is the goal. And I know you went there and beat them in a play-in, but Skip, that's one game.
Beat them in a play-in.
That's one game now.
And it was Steph and Draymond, but no Clay. Go ahead.
No Clay.
Yep.
And this was a different animal. And guys are stepping up now. And the matchup, Skip, you might almost have to put, well, I guess they would start Wiggins on Ja. But Gary Payton Jr., the third, the little mitten, Skip, it wasn't his defense last night. He made some shots. That three-pointer right there late in the ballgame.
Shocked me. Yep.
I'm like, let him shoot it. Just don't let Steph or Clay get. Damn, maybe y'all should have got him.
He made all four of his shots in the fourth quarter and made both threes.
He did.
And
So
he's a 36% regular season three-point shooter.
So, Skip, look, I just knew the Nuggets, you can't lose this game, Skip. When you look at it, yeah, I know they got outshot from the three-point line, 13-6. But Skip, I mean, the free throws, they had plus 5 in the free throws. They were plus 13 in rebounding, but the turnovers. Jokić gives you 30 and 19. I'm trying to figure out why he only played 32 minutes. Skip, in the game, and a possible closeout, Skip.
He
tweaked his
pulled his hamstring.
Okay.
And he was trying on the bike, and he was trying to get it loose. And to his credit, he came back and played in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he gave 12 points.
He played 7 minutes on kind of one leg.
Yeah.
And scored 12 points.
Skip, it's not like he going fast anyway. I mean,
but he has some quickness in the lane. But
yeah, his first step. But Skip, like I said, I think I would take Golden State. I'm gonna say Golden State in 7. But Golden State is a small team, and the Grizzlies rebound the basketball. That's concerning. But the mistakes that the Grizzlies are making and getting away with Minnesota, you're not going to get away with those same mistakes against Golden State.
By the way, quick point before I launch. My man DeMarcus Cousins.
Boogie played well.
I love DeMarcus, and he's bounced all over this league.
Yeah, he played well last night.
I hope he's found some kind of home. But last night he's saying, I'll have what Jokić is having. Let me in this game against that death lineup that can be death to Golden State,
They're too small.
right?
They're too small.
They're just too small. So DeMarcus comes in and plays a grand total of 15 minutes and goes 8 of 12 for 19 points. He didn't rebound at a high rate, but he got 4. But he scored 19 points in 15 minutes.
Right.
It's because he's just too big and skilled for them.
But see, that's the part. But see, here's the thing. While Memphis is big, they don't have any bigs that's big and skilled. Jaren Jackson stays in foul. Skip, he can't stay on the floor because all he does is hatchet. He's a hatchet man, just be chopping people. And Steven Adams is not an offensive weapon.
No.
So Draymond is going to be undersized, but Draymond's smart. Hey, you show him that ball, he going to take it out your hands before you get it up.
Mm-hmm. I buy that. I give you all the above. I give you experience. But I picked Memphis before it started, and I'm sticking with Memphis. And I'm kind of like you are about your Milwaukee pick. Confidence scale 0 to 10. I'm about a 4 right now because I told you yesterday, so far I have not been encouraged. I've been slightly more discouraged by my Memphis Grizzlies in the 5 games so far against Minnesota, even though they're up 3-2 going to the game 6. But the point is, I haven't loved the way they've played because I haven't seen enough of regular season Memphis.
Right.
Remember, this team went 20-5 with no Ja.
Right.
And sometimes I've thought, is Ja gumming up the works here? Because he's a turnover machine.
Yes.
And he's playing too much out of control. until finally, down the stretch, Game 5, when it mattered the most, last 6 minutes, he scored 16 points of his 18 in the fourth quarter. He scored 16 in the last 6 minutes. We're going to discuss this in a few minutes. I finally said, aha, there he is. That's a superstar. Okay. If he is arriving before our very eyes as a superstar, Memphis can beat Golden State.
Oh, yeah.
Because Memphis is deep in young talent that can match the older talent here. But I'm going to say this again, and I know it wears people out, but I'm going to stand by it until you prove me wrong. This team, this new Golden State team, will go as far as you know who carries them, and that's Steph Curry.
And he was good down the stretch last night.
Well, he didn't make any threes in the fourth quarter. He shot one and missed it. Yeah, but he made shots, and he got to the free throw line and made 5 out of 6. He's been missing free throws.
You noticed that too?
Yeah, he's been missing lately. He's missed like 5.
Yep.
But he had 11 points in the fourth quarter. Obviously, that will work. So what do we see from Steph? He broke the all-time record this year. Then he struggled from 3 by his standards because it's the first time in his career this year in a regular season he shot under 40%. He shot 38%. That ranked 59th in the NBA.
Right.
Well, that's not Steph, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what have I said before? He has too often come up even smaller than he is in postseason games, especially the biggest kind. Obviously, you can argue he should have been the MVP in the first breakthrough ring when LeBron lost, obviously, Kevin Love and then Kyrie. But Iggy was the MVP, and then KD was the MVP, and Steph has no MVPs. Right. And I'll never get over the way Steph handed LeBron that ring that year, up 3-1, then lost, obviously, Draymond for one game, Game 5, back at Oracle, and Steph couldn't do it. Right. And Steph had 2 of the last 3 at home, and all you need is 1, and he couldn't do it. In Games 5 through 7, the 2016 finals, Steph shot 37% from the floor. That's just pathetic. He shot only 36% from the three-point line, which is by his standards pathetic. He had 7 assists to 12 turnovers in Games 5, 6, and 7. Well, it's obviously horrendous. And then in the fourth quarters of those 3 games, money's on the table. Right. He shot 6 of 20 and 3 of 12 from the three-point line, and he got to the free throw line 0 times in 3 fourth quarters. And then let's look at Game 7. This is it. Money's pushed right to the center of the table against LeBron and Kyrie. It's you. It's your house. You got to pull this off. And he shoots 6 of 19, 4 of 14 from 3, and he managed to get the free throw line 1 time, and he made it. 1 of 1 free throws. He was a -3 for the game. And in the fourth quarter, he was just horrendous. And 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. Well, you're going to lose. Right. He's your best player. And then I'm going to pile on even more against Toronto, Games 3 through 6. Right. When, remember, they got closed out in 6 by Kawhi and company. He shot 42% from the floor, but only 33% from 3. He was 16 of 48 from 3 in those 3 games. Right. And he missed a game winner at the buzzer of Game 6 at Oracle at home. So, again, come up small, and smaller. Well, this is his time because what have we just seen? Obviously, LeBron is Lagon, and obviously KD is Kadun. Yep. And they're somewhere, I hope they're together somewhere on some island, but LeBron's in the Maldives. Maybe Kevin joined him. I don't know. Who knows? But the point is, all of a sudden, the skies have cleared, and who's the biggest star left? Steph. It's Steph, by far. And again, he's a 30-something star. Well, he's the one made man here. So let's see, can he take over the playoffs from here?
He has the most to gain by winning,
I'd say,
because he gets Finals MVP.
That would do it. That would cap it, right?
Yeah.
He would shoot up the all-time list.
Absolutely.
Because right now it's hard for me to push him up.
I don't know. I don't know. I think if he gets the Finals MVP, Skip, I got him the second best point guard behind Magic. Now I don't see how. I mean, he got to do a lot more to pass Magic.
Okay.
But he has a lot to gain. He can gain an awful lot. Skip, it's going to be, if he gets if he gets a title and he gets the Finals MVP, I don't know how you keep him out the top 10.
I was just going to say. I
don't know how.
He'd be knocking right on the top 10 door.
You got four. You got two back-to-back MVPs, 4 titles, Finals MVP.
Yeah, and you're widely proclaimed the greatest shooter ever.
Yes.
I mean, nobody disagrees with that.
I don't know how you would keep him out the top 10 at that point.
I got it. This is your time to shine. And you have your squad is back in sync. Clay looks, I don't know if he's quite Clay.
Right. He's not the defensive Clay.
He's not.
He can still. The thing is, Skip, when he gets hot, like he did the other day, when he had 37.
Yeah.
He can still shoot you out the building. He didn't get it going last night. He had 15. He was really quiet, 1 for 4 from the 3-point line. But Skip, I don't know if you noticed this, but you see Steph Curry is driving the ball a lot more. He's finishing at the rim a lot more.
Yeah,
He's just not settling anymore, sidestepping the guys and still getting the 3. He's like, okay.
I don't think he's quite as supremely confident from 3 as he used to be.
Right.
And he's realizing, well, there are other ways to do this, to pull this off.
Because when he put him to sleep, he laid that ball up.
Yep.
He got by the double team.
I agree. No, he can. And he can back cut on anybody. Draymond hit him with a sweet back cut pass last night for just an easy, uncontested layup. Yeah, well, he can't.
He can dunk. Get the man 6'3" jump, but he can't dunk.
I don't know. So now he's got a co-star emerging named Jordan Poole.
Right.
And now you pointed out Gary Payton II and Kuminga looks like he's got some star quality to him, even though he's fallen out of the rotation once the playoffs started. So they've got some depth. They got Kevon Looney if they need some firepower against Steven Adams, if they want to go that direction. I got it all, but I'm sticking with my Memphis Grizzlies. I'm sticking with them to win this in 6 games. And again, the problem is Memphis has got to get past Minnesota. So I'm being premature. I'm probably jinxing my team. But if it comes to this, I still got Memphis over Golden State.
Well, I'm sure Golden State would love to see Minnesota. That's a better matchup for them than the Grizzlies.
It would be, yeah. I just like the Grizzlies against Golden State because they know deep down in their hearts they went up there, and Dylan Brooks got after Steph. He got after him. He hounded him. He bothered him. Steph did not have a good game.
Yeah.
And they got some firepower, and they got an edge to them. They have a resilient edge to them. That is why I picked them. So now they need to go finish this thing off against Minnesota.
Yeah, they got the deepest team. They got when they come, they can come with Clark, they can come with Melton, they can come with Zaire Williams. They got some guys that can come off the bench and get some buckets in a hurry.
Whew. Ja versus Steph. Here we go.
It's getting good now, guys. That's for sure. You got to give Gary Payton some props for that fourth quarter defense and his 3-point shooting as well.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.